ये कॉपर ने मार्केट में जितना बवाल मचाया हुआ है ना, शायद ही किसी मेटल ने मचाया होगा. एंड ऑनेस्टली आई डोंट थिंक दिस frenzy is justified. Now before you come at me with the obvious that copper is used in all future oriented industries like AI, EVs, solar panel, data centers, let me tell you, I know. I'm not denying the structural demand of the metal. I'm not denying the supply constraints as well, including the fact that it takes almost 15 years to bring a new mine online. All I am saying that is the math doesn't add up, and I've explained everything in episode 3 of Metallic Mondays. The whole world is betting on copper because of strong long term demand and tight supply. But there is a counterintuitive side that almost nobody is talking about. First is aluminum substitution. If copper gets too expensive, the world doesn't just pay higher, it switches to aluminum. According to the aluminum ceiling theory, there is a price beyond which industries find copper unfeasible and start replacing it with aluminum. This is tracked using the copper to aluminum price ratio. If the ratio is below 3x, copper makes sense. If it is above 3.5x, industries actively replace copper with aluminum. Right now, the ratio is 4.09x. Copper is trading at around $13,000 and aluminum at $3,000. That is a massive incentive for substitution. Second is China's construction collapse. See, 25 to 30% of copper demand came from Chinese real estate, wiring, pipes, household infrastructure, but China's real estate sector is structurally declining. Millions of unfinished apartments leads to millions of tons of copper that will never be used. And third is scrap elasticity. Analysts track mining supply closely, but they often underestimate the scrap supply. Copper is 100% recyclable. When prices rise, scrap dealers flood the market with recycled copper, thereby hammering the prices. And lastly, Gibbons paradox, and this is very important to understand. It says as a product becomes critical and expensive, technology gets better at using less of it. Let's take an example of a Coca-Cola can. In the 1950s, it weighed around 85 grams. Today, it weighs around just 13 grams. That's a 70 to 80% reduction in aluminum used per can. So what I'm trying to say is that with better technology, EV makers will reduce the thickness of copper foil in batteries. The push for 5G and wireless data reduces the need for heavy copper cabling too. So, should you invest in copper? I think that's your call. But if you do, treat it as a cyclical growth play, not a safe haven. Do not mortgage the house on it, expecting it to act like gold. I have added more details in the caption. Share this with someone who is overly bullish on copper.